Hello, everybody watching. It is I, Jesse Gillenwalters, here with IndiePRO HotSeat.io. And it's time for another hot seat answer video. And let me explain what IndiePRO is and what a hot seat is. So IndiePRO is a music marketing community full of independents and some signed artists as well, actually. And we're all working together to figure out the best ways really to successfully market our music in a way that is effective, cost efficient, in a way that we own everything, and in a way that maximizes kind of our returns and allows us to grow in a way that works at a price we can afford month over month, pretty much. And in this community, there's a lot of privileges, but one of them is our hot seat initiative, which is a form on our site that anyone can send a query through at any point with a detailed question. And within a week, a team member such as myself will come back with a thorough video response answering that question. So I'm here to do that today for Mark Jones. And Mark Jones says, hey, if I'm starting everything from scratch, what are the steps or trainings that I should take and in which order? I'm trying to do this for my band and me as an individual artist. My goal is to build my brand and audience up to release albums that are already done and future ones. Mark, there are many correct answers to this question that are dependent on a lot of things about you that I'm not able to discern from this question, but that's all right, because I still will be able to give you an answer. So for one, when you signed up, unless you signed up long ago, there was a survey that you were given that would assess kind of where you are in your music marketing progression and would give you a set of trainings to take and a recommended order to take. So that may be, you may have that and may have skipped over that or forgotten about that, but that should exist for you in your account, for one, if you're curious to check that out. But that aside, it depends a bit on, well, you're saying if you're starting everything from scratch. If you're starting everything from scratch, it's pretty straightforward what my recommendation would be, which would be to take what's called the Fan Finder Method training, or the it's called How to Get New Fans Daily, the Fan Finder Method. For anyone that's starting, I recommend taking that training because it will immediately get you moving on a lot of crucial skills and concepts, and in a way that you will get results and you will be able to start marketing your music immediately. You won't have to kind of wade through a bunch of information, and then wait a few weeks and then try to, set stuff up. And no, like, this training will get you moving within, a day if you went through the whole thing and understood it. And so I recommend starting there because you can get the immediate effects of, like, okay, this is what marketing is, this is what advertising is, and this is how I can push this button to make it work for me, and I can see that occur. And I think that's a crucial sort of moment that everyone should have. Then I would back up at that point and fill in sort of the gaps knowledge-wise in terms of why you do this, why this is useful, how you can leverage this in different ways, why this is working, so on and so forth, and start to build more of the foundational marketing base so that you can then return to that Fan Finder method maybe in a week or a couple weeks or a month and understand more about how it is an asset and how you can do it again and differently, and how you can line that up in front of other stuff that can eventually monetize and things like that. And so in the short term, if you're starting from scratch, I would say How to Get New Fans Daily. That's the Fan Finder method. Then I would back up and do a little bit more preemptive and mindset stuff like the buddy system, fan page optimization, and ones and zeros 101 perhaps. And then at that point, you could get into the $1 a day traffic plan. And, at that point, it kind of splits off based on your interests and kind of what you're hoping to accomplish. Like email marketing at that point, after you do the $1 a day traffic plan, would be probably a good first move. Be your own videographer, probably at the same time as the fan finder, but that's kind of, a lot of those lessons are baked into that training as well. Yeah. And then how to turn listeners into real fans as well. I would say around the same time as the $1 a day traffic plan or the email marketing. I think those in that order you could burn through, and that would get you to a very good spot. After that, it's a bit of a free for all in terms of like make merch the fans want, free plus shipping and handling, how to profit from a launch campaign, selling tickets, how to generate sales. Like all of these are sort of later stage, and one may appeal more clearly to you over another, and so on and so forth. So if you go through that first sort of batch, I think that will help you out in the short term for many months. So to reiterate that list I'm recommending, it'll go about in this order: how to get new fans daily, the buddy system, fan page optimization, ones and zeros 101, $1 a day traffic plan, how to turn listeners into real fans, and then email marketing for musicians. And I think that would be a good first run. And again, there are many successful arrangements of these based on your interests and your aptitude with this stuff, but I would say pretty much anyone could go through that progression from scratch and land somewhere good. So I hope that helps, and have fun in those trainings, and I will see you around.